What's brewing, what's brewing, what's brewing? This is Sunflower Sage here, man. It's been a very vicious week. You know, there's a lot of heavy things going on in the world and in the news. And, sometimes I just don't feel like it's appropriate to post stories on quote-unquote celebrities when those things are happening, because I stand for and with the collective. And so and then things happen in life. Sometimes you have to take a break, but I'm back here. I don't like just doing stories on every and anything, because a lot of stuff is just not important. I'm not going to waste my time and energy reporting on things that I don't even really feel drawn to even talk about. But we see Maga Princess Nicki Minaj back again on stage this time, representing for Trump and the Trump administration and the Republicans. And you could tell that she is definitely uncomfortable. And some people might say, oh, you try to make it seem like she's not up there at her own will. She's not a victim. Honestly speaking, do you really think, and this is not about being in her defense. This is just stating facts. Okay, I don't need to listen. I speak the truth. It's not about defending this person, that person. Listen, I don't know them. They don't pay me. I don't wish them no harm. You feel me? But I don't know them. They don't know me. And really, I don't need to be caping and having a parasocial relationship with quote unquote celebrities and people that I don't know. But you could tell that she's uncomfortable. And honestly, like I was saying, do you really think she'll be up there doing this if she really wanted to? When has she ever stepped out fully like this in support of anything political, anything social going on in the world? She's never been someone to speak about things, okay? Not like how SZA or Billie Eilish would come out and talk about XYZ. She's never been someone to really shine a light on anything that's going on in the world. She has stayed out of that. And so, because a lot of times, sometimes you try to be that advocate. And this is not even like me speaking for her, because I don't really know what her reason was for not really speaking on things in the past. But sometimes being the advocate could be a double-edged sword. Especially when you're seen as a quote-unquote celebrity. Like, people don't feel like you should be speaking on issues. You're kind of out of touch with society and reality because you have money, because you have social status. You don't really understand what's going on a energetic level, or even on an emotional, mental level, or financial level, because you're not living that life. You're not dealing with the repercussions of what's going on in the world, socially or politically. You're not feeling it. You have money. And so you are more so removed than the average person from what's going on in the world, because you don't have to feel it if you don't want to for the most part. Money can really do that for you, where you're not gonna feel the backlash or the back end of what's going on in the world a lot of times. But she definitely don't want to be up there. You can see she's uncomfortable. You can tell she doesn't want to be there. But she has to put on her best face, her best lace, and that white fur jacket, her mink, and get out there on the stage and make it look good. She might as well announce her retirement, because I don't see how you can come back from this. I know that she still have people that are rooting for her and who are saying, she's doing this because this is a part of her plan. Her plan to what? I guess for citizenship or being pardoned or whatnot. But it's already been said that she won't be pardoned. Her husband won't be pardoned because they can't pardon you on a federal level. I think only on a state level, something like that. So I don't know what it is really that she's trying to get out of this, other than for protection and financial backing, because she's been blackballed from the industry and this is her only route. Who knows what other propositions they said that she could or should take, but this, I guess, was the safest one, where she would lose the least. And honestly, she's still losing a lot, because you're losing your integrity, you're losing your autonomy, you're losing your credibility, you're losing your legacy and people who truly care about you, which is black people, black women, and then the LGBTQ plus community, who largely is black in itself. Black people is her main supporters. I mean, she has supporters from all over, and then people who definitely are being affected by what's going on with ICE and everything. Like, people are not feeling this. We're living in a day and age where morality and morale, people want more of that. As much as we don't see it happening in the world actively as much as we would like, but people are definitely demanding more of that from everybody, from friends, from colleagues, from business partners, from partners, from family. People are expecting others to do better. And so, she don't look comfortable at all. And it's going to be interesting where this leads to, but people be thinking that it's all good as a celebrity. No, it's not. You don't have no autonomy, and you don't even have ownership of all that money that you allegedly are you're worth. People like to say, oh, their net worth and this and that. And it's like, what does that matter when you don't even have ownership and autonomy over your own finances? It's very alarming seeing her up there. It just looks so out of place. It looks unnatural. It just doesn't look right. Because this is not someone who's ever... no. But, she has so many enemies and people that don't like her. I mean, she don't have any other options like that. And... she should have been more... I don't know everything. And I can't even say, oh, you should have did this, you should have did that. But I don't know, man. Some people say she should have been more humble. And not have been as loud with a lot of things. But would it have really mattered? I don't think so. Even if she did play nice, at the end of the day, they want her out of that throne, that spot, that chair she's sitting in. They trying to move her out and move in whatever new girls or projects that they trying to move in. At this point, they trying to have AI rappers and actresses and entertainers. So, they're tired of losing money behind scandals and stuff. The record labels are tired of losing money behind real, natural artists, persons getting themselves into legal trouble, moral trouble, and everything else. They're like, we're just gonna jump on the bandwagon and invest in a AI artist or AI influencer and call it a day. It's like, it's crazy now what's going on, but that's all I have to say. I mean, she's saying, she's his number one fan. She's not really adding anything to the conversation as far as politically. She's just more so a puppet at this point, just talking and adding things that really don't need to be added, and nobody really cares to hear about what she has to say. Is not really adding anything to the conversation at all politically. She's just being a mouthpiece and a mascot at this point. And she just better off just getting rid of the idea of dropping that album, because who is going to buy it? I mean, people are going to listen to it because they want something to talk about for content value and controversy and discussions, but some of us energetically don't even want to participate in that because it's just like, this is just a mess at this point. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, you know. As things continue to go up a notch, you just have to just sit back and watch and take note of what's going on. But yeah, may the odds be in our favor. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please comment and share and engage. I want to hear what some of you have to say about this and how you feel about, you know, Onika Tanya Mirage. And, you know, she went from being the, you know, self-proclaimed queen of rap to now the community in which you come from and who has supported you throughout your career are looking at you sideways, and they're scaling back and they're pulling back. And let's see what this album is going to be about, if there's even one. Because I don't really follow her on Twitter or anything like that, but this is just so, like, uncomfortable to watch. But it's humbling. I think people need to watch and see this is what the industry is. It's dirty, it's gritty, it's dark, and there's no loyalty and nobody's safe. It doesn't matter if you're hailed some great entertainer. If they wanna pull the rug from under your feet and remind you who's in power, they will. So, you know, that's all I gotta say on that. Y'all be safe, y'all stay prayed up, and stay out of trouble. Save your money, pay attention to what's going on in the world, and prepare for the future. 'Cause this is only the beginning. All right, bye.